Hey everyone, it's Rebecca the Dietitian, and welcome back to Healthy Travel Tips Part 2. If you missed Part 1, I will put a link in the comments to Part 1, and today we are going to talk about how food lovers can enjoy their trip while enjoying the most delicious food and stay healthy and feel amazing, and this is how you do it. The first step in healthy travel is to plan your food. And you don't have to go overboard, but make it a fun part of planning your trip. We love food after all. So go online and search healthy options in Asheville, North Carolina, or healthy breakfast, Sarasota, Florida. Wherever you're going, you can search healthy breakfast, healthy lunch, healthy dinner, healthy brunch, healthy restaurants, and you will find a plethora of options that you might have not found otherwise. And there's going to be blogs and Pinterest boards and all these things you can find that have fabulous local healthy options wherever you're off to in the world. Now, realistically, all of your options, all of your choices for places to go out to eat might not be perfectly healthy, and that's okay too. So tip number 2 is whatever restaurants you decide to go to, look at the menus ahead of time, whether they're healthy restaurants or just regular restaurants that are the most popular restaurants in the area that you don't want to miss. Look at the menus ahead of time. And of course you might be traveling with others who want to go to all the local hotspots. Look at the menus ahead of time, and that way you can first of all figure out whether there's delicious healthy options on the menu that you can get really excited about that sound amazing to you. And second, you can also figure out when it's worth it to indulge. So I am not going to be perfectly healthy all the time on vacation, but I sure as heck do want to figure out when it's the most worth it to indulge, because I know I'm not going to feel great if I eat terribly unhealthy things for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack and dessert. So I plan it now. I used to do that, by the way, and that's how I used to eat. And I used to plan all my vacations by getting the most unhealthy foods possible the entire time. But at this point in my life, I don't feel great if I do that. I get bloated, I get tired, I don't have the energy to have a good time, and I feel sick. So if you're like me, you don't want to indulge every meal, but you certainly may want to indulge in some of the local traditional foods or the local amazing places. So I'm going to look ahead at menus. I'm going to look ahead at, what's there and figure out when it's worth indulging. And I'm going to try to balance my days. So say it's, the most amazing breakfast menu that you've ever seen, and most of the things are not perfectly healthy. So you pick something on that breakfast menu that looks totally worth it. You're so excited about it. Then you might look at your lunch that day and plan something really light, look for something healthy that also looks delicious but is going to be a healthier, more nourishing option for your body so that you can feel better during the day. And then same goes for dinner. Or maybe it's the most amazing dessert place and the dessert place is world famous and you've got to go have said dessert after, in the evening. That's when you plan to do that. Maybe you have a lighter day and you look forward all day to that dessert so that you can balance and indulge when it's worth it without making yourself totally sick. For example, in Asheville, we just went to Asheville, as I mentioned, and I balanced. There was a biscuit restaurant, then we went and had biscuits, and it was amazing for breakfast. But I will be honest, and both my husband and I felt pretty tired after that. And we were going hiking, and we were kind of driving to the hiking, thinking to ourselves, or saying to each other, well, that might not have been the best option for today because now we're both ready for a nap instead of hiking. But of course, hiking was a great option because we got to burn off some of that biscuit love and we felt better after we moved. So, a lot of times on vacation you're going to be walking and moving, and that helps you digest if you've overindulged in something less healthy. So if you've overdone it somewhere, move, walk, sightsee, do something active so that you can kind of sweat it out. And again, lighten up the next option, the next meal. And in that exact scenario, I actually was kind of so full still at lunch that we walked by a healthy juice place, and when Eric went to go get a sandwich for lunch at a cafe, I stopped in the juice bar and got a lovely green juice, and I felt nourished and refreshed and lighter, and I was able to eat a normal dinner at that point, and it all worked out. So balancing when it's worth it, indulging, and make it guilt-free. It's fun, it's vacation, we love food, and I want you, when you plan ahead, you can feel fabulous about your choices because you know you're doing your best to have a great time and to nourish your body, and at the same time enjoy the indulgences when it's worth it. So I hope that helps you have fabulous healthy travels this summer and this year. We're gonna have more healthy travel tips coming up. Next is gonna be how to fly, airport healthy travel tips, and after that is gonna be cruising, healthy cruise travel tips. So if these are helpful, share them with a friend, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you next week. Bye.